everyone, this is Deb Joyce Meek from Delight of My Art, and we're here to do mystery stamping again. It's Wednesday at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, and we get together every Wednesday to do this. Here I'm live at the Facebook group Stamp with Delight, but if you're watching later on YouTube, you can always join this Facebook group. I would love for you to join us live. And don't forget to say hi in the comments if you're watching now or later, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and sign up for my email list, which is in the links here. But today I forgot to print out my paper, but I do have directions that I usually post and email on Mondays. But this week's been a little bit crazy. I was at the hospital with my sister-in-law who gave birth about 4 weeks early. So it's been a bit of a crazy week, and I did post and email those yesterday on Tuesday. But if you would like to get on the email list to get all of those directions early, go ahead and click that link in the description here. But I can go ahead and put the desktop up here, and we'll get going. All right, I don't have the directions in front of me, but I think I remember what we're supposed to do. We will be taking our trimmer out. Hello, Vesta. Thanks for watching live and making a comment. I think our base here is going to be a half a sheet of cardstock of thick white or thick vanilla, and we're cutting that the long way. So it's 11 inches long by 4 1/4. And what we're going to be doing with this is putting it in the trimmer on the long side here. Hello, Julie. And we're going to be cutting off 3/8 of an inch. Oh, Tony's here too. Oh, good. Sorry, I started about 2 minutes late, so hopefully you didn't have too much trouble finding me. Okay, so on here, we're going to be cutting off 3/8 of an inch off of the end, but we're doing this 7 times. So go over here. It is, it's almost the tick mark just underneath this 1 centimeter mark. Let's see if I can show you this. Let's see if I can get my scissors here to show you. This right here is the 3/8 of an inch. So it's just to the left a hair of this number 1 up here. Hopefully that will, and you can do 1 centimeter if that's easier. Either way, it's about the same. So we're going to do this 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're going to go ahead and score this at 5 1/2. Get my trimmer blade out of the way. Vesta says she's intrigued, right? This is a new one that I've seen recently, so if you've been following other people, you might have seen this, but maybe not. So let me get my bone folder here. We got all these fun pieces. This one's kind of a simple one. We just, the rest of the directions were you have to have some flower stamps and a skinny 1/4 inch tall greeting and your choice of embellishments. Oh, Tony made one just about 2 weeks ago. And Julie says, I hope it is what I think it is. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get out, I don't know if you've seen these. We have this is a full sticky note. So it's sticky on almost this entire thing. This is going to help me do this project, but I'm going to put this underneath the flap here. And I think this will help us tremendously. And actually, if you can evenly space this left to right, it will be even easier. I'm going to have this tab stick out just a little bit down here, but I have the sticky side up. And I'm going to take one of these pieces, and before we do anything with these, I'm going to stamp on this one. Actually, I'm going to stamp on 2. If you have a longer greeting, you can cut it or just selectively stamp it, but we want to be kind of a little bit to the right, but not too far over to the right. So I'm going to do You are amazing. This is from the Sentimental Park. These have nice tiny greetings here. So that's why I chose that one. And that one's got a bunch of flowers too. So I'm going to do the Are Amazing first. I'm going to do that about right there. So off to the right, not quite centered. And where do I want the U? I'll just have that centered right above that. Again, you're watching me create live and kind of make decisions on the fly. So sometimes I need your help figuring things out. Okay, so this one's going to go, I'm going to put this at the bottom. This is what we're doing here. I'm going to move something on my screen so I can see my camera. All right, this one's going to go all the way to the bottom. This is why we have this sticky sheet. And you can use, we do have some sticky things in the Stampin' Up! Catalog too. This was just easier to grab. Now we're going to be putting 5 of these in a line here, and do your best to space those. And this is why this sticky thing is nice, because you can stick it down, but then you can re-stick if you need to do some more measuring or moving around, because I want these evenly spaced, and it's kind of hard to do that just by eyeballing. So we will be doing some scootling around. Okay, so it's actually looking fairly even. I do want to move, I do want to move this up a little bit. I want it to be just right. We don't want to move that bottom one because that's lined up perfectly with the bottom of the card. It looks pretty good. Yeah. Without doing too much fussing. Yeah, okay. Now these two will be the connecty pieces. So we can put those on the side here, and they're going to actually overlap the bottom a little bit. We want them to connect about an inch or maybe 3/4 of an inch onto this top part of the flap, but we don't want it to be all the way up. I guess you could, but I don't want it to. All right, so I'm going to put it about right here, and I can see that leaves me a little bit of a gap on the side here. And so I want to match that with this other one. So we'll attach this first one first, and then match it with the other one. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here, and then dot some glue on each of these little panels. All right. And this is why I have my words where they are. I have kind of a similar gap on the side of my text and this side over here. All right, so now I need to match the other side. And I would suggest leaving the sticky note part there while this is all drying together, because this is quite delicate until it glues down and really takes hold. All right, so we want this to be about like that. And we'll put our dots of glue here. This is nice strong glue, but it takes probably about a good 30 seconds to really, I mean, probably 10 seconds, but to really make it hold, I'll give it enough time. Okay, I like the wiggle room it gives me. So I can shift it around as needed. All right, I think that looks really good. And if you're watching, you probably have seen this card now. It is called a Trellis card. And I just recently saw these, and I think it's so cool. Okay, so we are going to trim these off, but again, I'm going to let that sit for a minute. This is basically the mechanism of the card. So right now I've just got some decorating to do, and it's been such a crazy week. I did some prepping, but not all as much as I wanted to. Well, Vesta, you haven't seen this before? I thought it was so neat. And I mean, I literally saw it just like a couple days ago. So I'm sure it's been around. I'm not sure who made it up, but I have a couple pieces here from that Sentimental Park and the Petal Park, that whole Regency Park suite. But I have my blends here. I have a couple pieces, and we're just going to be popping up some kind of viney, flowery things. I thought this would look really pretty if I colored it and kind of stuck it on here like this. Again, we're going to be taking this backing piece off once it's dry, but I thought this was so pretty. We could just kind of pile on some colored flowers and call it nice. So once I color those, I might actually color some of these off screen and finish it later, but so you can kind of see how this will go together. I'm going to use my blends. Let me know what you think of blends. Their blends are my favorite coloring tool. I love them so much. So I will color a little bit on camera, because if you haven't used these, I totally recommend it. They are so much fun, and they make everyone look like a professional. All right. So there we go. That is a Trellis card. Look, you can kind of peek through, but it's a whole card front there. And so you just add whatever flowers and vines and stuff that you want. Isn't that fun? Oh, Julie, you have everything I'm using? Awesome. Yes, you have to have this suite. It's so amazing. Okay, so here we have, I want to add this kind of piece, and this is an evening evergreen. I want to add that for sure, and then I'll just kind of color some of these. Okay, so I can reuse this whole sticky thing. I just kind of stick that back on my little sheet here, and that's good to reuse. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see. I want to use evening evergreen to match that on these little leaves, and I'm going to use light. I don't know how to make this zoom in because it's on a stand. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's, oops. With the program I'm using, I'm not sure if I can zoom in, but I'll bring it up to the camera. I'm going to color in the image completely with the light one. All right. Oh, dainty to light would work. Yes, it would. And I'm just going to add a little bit of shading with the dark one on the fine tip, just kind of in the middle of the leaf. Let me show you this. This is not blended yet, but I want to show you how cool the blends are. And then I'm just going to kind of go over where that blends, those two colors blend. And as this dries, these are alcohol markers, those just kind of melt together into this cool thing. Okay, let's do some purple flowers. So same thing. I'm going to use the light to fill in the main part of the flowers. Oh, it is nice to kind of sit down and relax. I've been a little rushed all day. Today's the busiest day of my month. I have things going on from about 7:45 in the morning till about 6:30 tonight with no time in between, but it's all fun things. I had a card kits and coffee at Big B today. I had two awesome ladies join me today and play with some kits. They got their half off coffee, and I'm gonna go help out with the Bible club at the school after this video, and then we have a pizza party afterwards, and that'll be fun. Had to bring the girls to school early this morning and pop over to my workout place, helping my sister-in-law with a little bit of errands and making her bed and everything. So this, that, and everything. I'm glad to be able to sit down here. Okay, so what I did was I did the same thing as the other one. We did the light, and then I just filled in, and a lot of times the stamps will have little shading areas kind of drawn on there. So I just kind of went over those little lines in the center of the petals with my dark. And now I'm going to use the light again on the thick side. I like the thick side, unless the image is too small. And then just kind of go over where we put that dark. So overlapping where the dark is and the light, just a little bit. And sometimes you just need a little dot just to kind of give it a dab. But this turns out so vibrant. Everybody looks like a professional colorer. Look at that. It's so cool. All right, so I'm going to use the dark one on these little ball things. That might pop. Maybe those are flowers waiting to bloom. Is that the word I'm looking for? So if you wait and let that dry a minute, you can add more color with these on top of the color that you already laid down, which is a cool feature of these blends too. So if I give that just a minute, then we can come in and just kind of give it a little shading just by drawing a little line at the bottom of all of those circles. And we can even do it one more time. And that gives it a little bit more shading, just a little subtle bit. Okay, I would like to put, I was going to put yellow, but that's not near me. I'm going to put the petal pink. Oh, this is pale papaya. Petal pink, I do have petal pink here too. Let's do dark petal pink in the middle of these flowers. It's almost yellow. All right, so I will be on YouTube. Well, this video will be on YouTube. I'm just not live on YouTube. I can't see your name. Sorry, the StreamYard doesn't let me see your name unless you give it approval or something. But Julie has a die cut of the stem already. You knew it would come in handy on another project. That's so funny. Yeah, I do that sometimes when I'm cutting one thing. I'll just maybe cut another one and stick it in the stamp case. I actually have that on this one. See, this was, I have a bunch of these labels already and I just put them in a baggie and stick them right in the stamp case so I can have them for later. Well, this is turning out so cute already. Okay, I won't make you watch me color all these flowers, but this was my idea, is kind of just put them all, you know, on here like this. And then I'm going to glue the branches on flat and then add the flowers with dimensionals. So when you're putting the flowers on, make sure that you're just kind of hovering it over where you want it to go and put the dimensional on the trellis part so that you are having it backed, but not sticking to the inside, if that makes sense. So that is my plan. I will finish this off camera and show a picture. It will post tomorrow at 2 here in the Facebook group Stamp with Delight. If you're on YouTube, please come and check us out. But it will also be the heading photo for the YouTube video also. So let me show you my alternate one though, because I was able to do one. Sorry, I usually have 2 alternates and today I just have one. I've just been so busy, but this one turned out really cute. Ready? So this one is using the same colors I was using here, only a few more. This is the, what is this called? Simply Succulents. It's so pretty. Oh, I love this one. So that one turned out really cute. Look at that shading in there. And if you can tell, I got a little bit of the Calypso Coral on the tips of this succulent. Doesn't that just pop? Look at that. So cool. So that's my alternate project. And I did white on both. I think that the trellis really works well with the white. I bet it would work well with colors, but the thick, I think that you need the thick to have that kind of be a good sturdy, because because this is kind of flimsy if you had it be thin. Look, you make the ordinary extraordinary. So nice. And I just sprinkled some gems on there. So I will finish this one off camera. I'm so sorry that this isn't done yet. It's just been a crazy week, so please forgive me. But thank you so much for watching. I'll put my face back up here. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Oh, Julie, you love succulents. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so have a fabulous week, and I plan on being back live on Facebook again in my Delight of My Art page on Friday. That's my plan. We'll see how it goes, but I think I have a fun 3D project for you. And again, I will be posting that over on YouTube. Today is March 8th, so that should be March 10. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye. Oh, one more thing. If you want to order any of these products, again, you can go to orderwithdeb.com. That's it. All right, bye.